welcome to Born to be Wild. This is our campaign based on campaign setting The Explorer's Guide to Wild, written by Matthew Mercer, based off of Critical Role's Campaign 2. My name is DarkInsanities. I play a tiefling, socially awkward tiefling, primarily, called Pelaios. I exist on my Twitters at DarkInsanities. Hi, Frici.
Oh, hi there. I'm Frici. I play a fairly silent wood elf called Belanor, who is always wrongly accused of being a pyromaniac.
Wrongly.
I kinda tweet on at Frici @TV, and sometimes lately stream as well on this platform at Frici.
Hi, Dave.
Hi, I'm Dave. I'm itsColossus on Twitter, itsDave on Twitch. I play a dwarf who is like the father figure of the group who will probably someday have an existential crisis as Rocky kills everyone around me.
I'm fine with this. Hi, Vixie.
I'm a dwarf.
Oh, wait, are you? That was an
yeah. I was thinking.
Okay.
I'm a dwarf. Nothing hits me, and sometimes I heal people. That's all there is.
Don't worry, you don't hit anything back either. That's fair.
And thus the balance is restored.
Yeah, see, it's balanced. Natural ones, natural 20s, not hitting anything, not getting hit by anything. Hi, Vixie.
Oh, hi. I play Lisana, a human ranger. I am also on Twitter at VixieRose.
Those are things. Hi, Rocky.
Hello everybody, I'm Rocky. I am the GM Rocky on the Twitter and GM Rocky on the Twitch. I stream occasionally with other weird games and occasionally map making for this and other campaigns. Otherwise, I am the rest of this entire universe, including the pains in the butt for each of the individual players.
Rocky is alternatively the bane of our existence and the reason we exist. So, basically. And not all for that alternatively, mostly at the same time. I haven't been keeping count of how many times I've been knocked unconscious so far, but I probably should. Right, there's a Discord thing, which I haven't written a thing for yet, because reasons...
Again,
I mean, I've been away for 4 days. Just saying.
Do I have to link the Discord again?
No, it's fine. I'm just gonna make a 6-hour link or something because reasons. It's a perfect excuse. There's a link for anyone who wants to join DC Discord. It'll get lost somewhere. I should probably keep that pasted somewhere. Frici, I'm using you as a clipboard. Thank you. I appreciate the help. Given we were talking about murdering your DMs earlier. So that's a thing. There's like channels for talking about this rubbish there. We should rename one of them to Scroll of Summoning to Ask. Just because I'm not sure if it would fit in the character limit. YouTube's last week's episode is up on the YouTubes. It's in the campaign playlist, which will show up periodically, and if you do !campaign, this week's episode will be up on Friday. I didn't tweet it out last time because I was somewhere with no Wi-Fi for like all weekend. I'm making excuses again. They probably don't count according to all of you lot. I don't care. I'm making excuses anyway. So that's the thing. Go watch them. Click on all the buttons and stuff and things that show up underneath videos. Our overlay thing down that side of the screen, and what we're using for all of our like main primary characters. Thanks.
I wander into chat and no game. Guess I rolled a natural 1. Lol.
I thought those sounds were supposed to be off.
We haven't got to that stage yet, right? This is still the like starting thing. That's only on the live page. DnD Beyond's doing all of the things. We're using it for all our main character sheets thing. If you do exclamation someone's name, also for subscriber ones, get louder every time. But yeah, other names and things, you'll get links to stuff. Everything you see on the screen is going to be using Roll20 for the maps, the rolling, like all of that stuff. There are no alerts making noise on screen when the game is actually live. Thanks for testing that, Viper. And we'll mostly be ignoring chat as far as talking goes, but we might just type if we decide to. Rules. Rules number 1, DM is always right. Rule number 2, players can try to change your DM's mind, but DM is still always right. Rule number 3, viewers are not players, you don't get to argue. Hi, Rocky!
Hi, everybody. Let me swap the music from one bit to another.
Oh yeah, that's the thing we should say. Sparky Synth has written us like an intro music type stuff, and created that, and that's what you've been listening to, rather than us, talking complete and utter rubbish for like the entire... We've been going for 10 minutes so far, and we've still not got to any actual content. So yeah,
Yes.
that's pretty standard. I've had outros that last longer than that. But yeah, that's a thing as well. Sparky's awesome.
Quite so, he did good work. Alright, so last we
Like
left
D&D
off,
combo.
we were... Let's see, last we were in Blade Garden, weren't we? After a bit of a incident, correct?
That sounds about right.
Can I get a refresher on what kind of incident happened? My mind is kind of blank right now.
Well, there was the play where you had to play the bad guy.
Oh, right, that incident.
The incident so far. We had ourselves a bit of an incident where some fresh halflings who were supposed to be helping the morale of the soldiers of the Empire kind of, well, aren't anymore. Definitely a bit of a blow to something here that to happen in Blade Garden. After your own bit of investigation,
the
it
something
does
was a
appear
blood
that
vessel.
Yeah, and after a bit of investigation from the party themselves, you had discovered that there was, a bit of a setup in order for two Kryn dynasty assassins to take the place of the original two actors who would have been the bad guys as well in presenting for this. So it seems to be that there was supposed to be this setup, and sort of falls into place on why there was an attack on the caravan as well. So apparently Tim and Tem were important to some effort, and thus, due to their unfortunate demise, something has been likely routed due to sort of just morale now going to probably not be as high as it could be.
The incident where I wished I had a higher charisma.
Slightly higher, yeah. But you've done your investigations, and there was actually, at this point, after you had done your investigations and near the end of the day, there would have actually been an approach to you. A soldier in breastplate of, one of the soldiers here, Dragonborn, actually. After seeing you, in your fight and all that.
Can I ask what kind of Dragonborn?
I was going to say, which Dragonborn?
You know what? Roll me a d10.
Okay.
First roll of stream.
An 8. Why just a nice fancy red one?
Okay, so it's not the ones without the tails?
It is a red Ravenite. Actually,
Oh,
yes.
it is the one without the tails. Okay. That's what I was asking, though. I
Ah,
think
yes.
that's what Dark was wondering, too.
Yeah.
That's why Dark is laughing.
It's a nice red one. Which fucking species is it?
Yeah, which red one?
Yes. It is specifically a Ravenite Dragonborn. Just you can tell due to the large frame that it carries.
Okay.
Sorry, that was fantastic.
Yeah. I think both me and Dark were like, that's not... Okay.
I mean, you asked which,
He's
and
not wrong,
there's
though.
I just
Right?
different detail. I hadn't figured out what color they were yet, so you got the nice red one.
Okay.
Fuck's sake.
Yes.
He's not
Excuse me.
wrong.
What's that
You're
got
the
to do
folks
with
who were you're the ones who were fighting the Kryn on stage earlier, yes?
Yes.
Oh, good.
if you'll excuse me, my name is Ithir. I have a bit of a request for you, if you don't mind hearing me out. I would gladly buy you a drink somewhere. If
Yes.
that is amenable.
Can I do my drinks? I'm like, yes! Immediately.
Yes, a drink sounds good. Can we go to the same bar where Thingy is?
Yeah. Mikul?
Yes, Miku.
Yes, going to the tavern near the gate. Ithir would, gladly, with his, meager soldier's wage, purchase each of who asked a drink.
Which is who?
Well, so far it's just you.
Does anyone else want a drink?
I'm getting my own coffee.
I should probably be doing that as well.
I mean, I get coffee. It's too early.
All right,
it's too
well,
early in the morning for drinking. If you're not a dwarf.
What time is it right now?
Well, let's see. You had your investigation in the morning to see what was going on for there. So it is closer to about brunch.
Okay.
Which is a perfect time for a brunch ale.
If you're a dwarf.
If they're not taking any ill, get me two.
If they
Of
are,
course.
get me 3.
That said, Ether would sigh a moment as, he does pay and just waits for everyone to sort of just settle a little bit. I saw that you were all very earnest and willing in your fight against the Kryn, but what I have is a bit more of a personal issue. I would like to ask for adventurers such as yourselves.
Okay, let's hear it.
I've been writing my family back in Talonstadt, but lately some of these letters I've been getting have becoming a bit more worrying. There are children, teens who are disappearing for long periods and coming back with radical ideas that aren't befitting of how we raised them.
What kind of ideas?
Ones that they deserve more, that their lives could be more, that they deserve more, and that they should take more if they're, not simply being given it. Not earning
Rocky,
more, but taking.
How much do I know about
Rocky,
history?
would any of us know about this?
About the... Well, 'cause there's a few different questions there. There's the specifics of Talonstadt, and then there's the Dragonborn as its own separate, because that's a history all on its own. And then there's the circumstances around Talonstadt. Yeah, both of those separately. How much do we know about either of them?
Yeah, would any of us know about that?
Let's see. It depends upon which exact point you are going to ask. So give me the question
All of
thereof. Well, you get one question each at the moment.
Do I know?
Can't
Okay,
have you.
I'll ask about how much do I know about the town Talonstadt.
No, can you do the other thing? Actually, let me ask about the town, because there's a bigger chance that you know about that.
Yeah, okay. Do I know anything about the circumstances which led to the collapse, literally, in that particular case of a particular city? And
You can give me a history check.
well, this is going to go well. Roll the intelligence check.
You are familiar with sort of what is occurring, at least about that, due to the fall of Draconia, and in particular, sort of the scarred history and splintering of the two particular Dragonborn races.
I know that it's probably a good thing I'm not a Dracon blood right now, basically.
Correct.
Neat.
Would I know anything about that town then?
You can give me a history in particular.
Can I do religion?
Religion would religion would give you sort of the religious profile of the area more than anything else, as opposed to the history of the town. But you are free to do as you please.
I'll do history. See what happens. No.
Given that it's, you know, an entirely different culture and some of it is a bit convoluted due to how, you know, Dragonborns operate versus how dwarves are, you're not quite too sure. You do know that, you know, it was once sort of a bit brighter, but due to the fall of Draconia, there is now just pretty much a rift of a ravine of a town that is now Talonstadt.
Okay. I tell all that what I know to the party.
Mm-hmm.
I don't particularly at this point.
Continue your story.
Yes. Well, in particular, it does appear that at least this past week, there have been some young ones who haven't come back.
That doesn't sound good.
And I feel that more may disappear because of that. It's very disconcerting, and if you are able to help me and my family figure out what's going on, it would help the community as well, and my father would be able to tell you something that has been passed down within our family that would be of great information and of import to adventurers like yourselves. Especially as he sort of gives you a glance to one who follows Bahamut.
Oh. At this point, I'm looking around if Mikul is around. Is he?
He's already had his breakfast, so he's actually he's actually out and about at the moment. He's figuring out what's going on with the next caravan.
Yeah. So I'm not sure if I can go anywhere right now.
Well, the thing is, you were given free real to go to learn from the world.
That was your instructions, yeah.
Right, but I'm not. Was my mission only to come here with the caravan? It wasn't to bring one back?
Nope.
It was just pretty much you're going here for a caravan since it's going out into the world.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Just out, not back.
Okay. I kind of look at the rest of the party to see what they think. Just kind of I'm looking at you with questioning eyes, party.
And the, you know...
I mean, I'm in.
Yeah, Aethira is looking at you sort of with tired, pleading eyes.
Sure, but what do we get out of it?
None of
You're helping someone.
none of the rest of us.
I'm sure. I'm sure if you help the community, they will be They will attempt to pull together what they have in order to compensate you.
That sounds fair. I am in.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. What do we do and where do we go? Well, we're going to the city, obviously.
Of course. You'll want to go to Talonstadt, and you'll want to find the KX line, my my family.
How do you write that?
CAEX, KX. You should be able to find my elderly father there, my wife, one of my young sons. That would be the correct spelling, correct?
His wife, you said?
Mm-hmm. His wife, his elderly father who lives with them, and one of his young sons.
Is there anything we should know about the road there?
That's a good question.
All the town itself.
Well, you'll definitely be seeing a lot more of my kin there. There is only a small amount of Crownsguard there. There's not much in terms of what is available in trade. Lodging is difficult, but I'm sure that if you say that you're going to help with my family, then they will give you a place to stay. You'll have to make sure not to get on to the Scars of Skeleton-Tooth's bad side. They're the ones who are helping the refugees of my kin keep their interests protected.
Who are do I know who these people are?
Would I know, given my sort of
your history check would be familiar with who the Scars of Skeleton are.
They are rebuilding remnants from Draconia over the mountains.
Are they good people? Are they bad people? What kind of people are they?
They're people.
Sorry, what did you say? They're just people? Okay.
They're people. I've never met them by myself. I just don't think
they try. They try.
Does the Dragonborn at all respond to me asking whether it's good or bad people?
Yeah, he just sort of, he just gives a sigh and just. They try to keep the interests of all of the Ravenites, but sometimes things are difficult to negotiate.
Okay. So don't piss off the local force?
Don't piss off the council, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't piss off the locals sounds like wise advice.
Yeah.
Yeah, and because there is very little Crownsguard support, things might be a little bit more rough and tumble. I have to stay here. I am sending part of my earnings back to my family to at least, so they can have something to subsist on as well.
So what about the road there? Is there like any particular dangers that we can expect on the road there?
Just the usual sort of little bit of plains, as long as you are keeping watch at night, have a good fire going, and make sure not to tie your horses up too far off. You should be fine on the road. Speaking of the road...
Yeah, can we see the map? Yeah. That's exactly what I was wondering. And zoom all the way out. I'll wait for it to load.
Wait for Fuzzy.
If you want a better one, there you are. Well, I say better one, it's linked to the same thing. It's just, not taking a roll 20, 50 years to load it.
Okay, can we get a ping to where it is?
Yeah, no, don't.
Bottom right of that map.
Pull!
I did not get pulled. Oh, there it is. Okay, there we are right now. And there's Talonstadt. Okay.
To the south, yes.
It's closer than we were to Gringolay or Huppadook. By
yes. If you go by a horse, then probably about 3 days.
Does everyone have a horse? No.
You'd be able to lod up on. I think you've got 2 horses currently. Yes.
3, if I remember
3
correctly.
Horses, yeah.
Belanor was the only one who didn't pick up a horse. Well, I mean, technically it was a pony for that, but we've had that joke already, I think, so we'll move on.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm pretty sure I got a giant horse. I'm pretty sure.
You've got a very sturdy horse that pretty much Frici is light enough, and the horses would be fine enough to be able to, swap where who Frici rides with, unless Frici wants to get their own horse.
I mean, he can probably run faster than we can ride. He's a wood elf.
Horse fast.
Yeah, horses are really fast, actually.
Yeah, but not all day.
They have a basic movement speed faster than a wood elf.
Yeah.
They do, yes.
Long term, I reckon a wood elf would outrun a horse.
No.
Horses have to stop to eat.
So does a Frici.
Maybe.
I was gonna say, what kind of argument is that?
I mean, he could just slow down slightly to eat while he's running. If it's like, you know,
That's not how it works.
Why not?
That's not how any of this works.
Anyways, Frici, what?
Anyway, yeah, I should get a
Belanor.
horse, yes.
Yeah.
I should probably buy a horse, which means I need to get a horse here.
That you do. Thankfully, there is, some points where stabling you could buy a horse to a soldier who had not made it back from the garrison.
So here's the thing that's in the back of my head. Does it sound like there's urgency behind the matter, or is there like some leeway of like taking some more time?
Given that letters are worrying and that they don't know
Rocky,
if
I
or
need money.
when. Yes. They said there would be recompense. They would get together to pay you. The community would pay you if you help figure out what's going on with their
no,
missing.
they're paying us. They're giving him Bahamut's blessing.
Shut the fuck up.
Yep.
I mean,
That's what
you
was
kind of still owe
This is
Lisana for a horse.
This is still they would pay you, but this is also extra incentive to draw you in.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Well, I guess we're going then.
Frici, you're buying a horse?
Yes, I would need to buy a horse, I guess.
Let me checky decky. Horse. How much is a horse?
2,000 gold pieces. They're so precious for a war effort, it's hard to come by.
Okay, a good riding horse is 75 gold.
75 gold.
Yes.
Yeah. Does any of us have that kind of money?
I think Lisana still does.
I do,
I do.
but
Oh, you.
But you could always try to haggle him down.
When we
Who
say
has
down, how down?
Who has a high persuasion?
Actually, I'm not sure what my persuasion is like.
Persuasion.
technically
your
I do.
Your persuasion is mathematically qualified as shit.
Yes, it is right now.
Plus,
In my
I
dump
mean,
stat.
it's better than a -1, which we know is for strength. I actually have the
Yeah.
best persuasion in my group. Well, it's whether I can be persuaded to persuade.
Do you want to help him pay less money?
He hasn't asked me yet. It might depend how he
fair.
asks me. He might not ask me. He might go and ask Lisana instead. He might trust her more. I don't know.
Would you blame him if he does?
Nope.
That's a good question. Do I wanna go that route? And Belanor would indeed trust Lisana more, to be fair.
Yeah, so the question here that we have here is the elf too proud to ask for help?
Now, I did say that because you have 3 horses, it's just going to be a case of Frici will have to, swap which horse he is riding
Yep. He's not
with
going to
and
ride
help
on
you.
a horse with someone else. I'm going to tell you that right now.
Yeah, not particularly.
Elves
He'll
come,
burn
I
someone's
guess.
horse,
elves
but he's
come,
not going to ride on
yeah,
someone.
elves come built in with a default state of +5 to pride.
Yeah.
Dude.
Is it wrong?
Same for dwarves, by the way.
Yeah, that's probably why you get on so well.
I mean, you've got a good chunk of money. 75 gold is feasible.
I mean, you can try to negotiate them down. Like, if you roll at natural 20, then who cares?
Frici, if you think about it, you don't like metal.
Yeah,
so spending money is technically giving away metal.
And in a nice situation, a horse is a snack for later.
Wow! No!
Jesus, no! No eating the horsey!
Why not? It's not wrong.
That's why I said
think
a
would
dire
try to
situation.
I think I would try to actually haggle it down. Which would depend on how down we're talking about.
Well, it would depend upon sort of the argument made and the roll you make.
If you roll a 1, price actually goes up.
Yeah, this is the
Yeah, that's
RP
true.
side of D&D. What are you gonna tell the guy?
That is true. Okay, yeah, I see where things are going. I'm not good with talking. Could use some help here. But I don't feel like using help. That would be out of character. So...
I mean, you would order me to do it. That's the worst part.
I could, but you're not particularly... Wait, are you?
I have a persuasion of 1. It's better than what you have.
How's your persuasion so low? Isn't it your main stat?
My
Persuasion
charisma is very
charisma.
low.
His charisma is shit. It's his main spellcasting stat.
You have some charisma as a paladin.
It's his main spellcasting stat, but it's also shit.
It makes for an interesting character.
There's a reason why I have so much health. Because my charisma is low.
Oh, God.
That's the reason I have so much persuasion. Because my health is shit.
Wow.
This is the difference between 14 hit points and, like, what, 90 at your point, Colossus? Dave?
31. Yeah.
The point stands. You have over twice my health and differences, but I have a +4 to persuasion.
Yeah, you do.
And a +5 to persuasion.
It's fine. I will pay the 75.
I'm not even going to
75
try. Not even going to try and haggle yourself. Okay.
All right.
Yeah,
would you like to name your horse?
Name the horse.
Do you have something in Elven you'd like to call it? Or Dwarven, if you wish.
I swear if you call it the horse that will kill Vakhuil.
I mean, in Tolkien-esque Elven, the word for horse is loco. So you could just call it horse.
That is true. I could easily do that, but that would be a bit too much. You need me to do that right now.
Well, horse needs a name. You know, you have a whole desert to cross, and still didn't name the horse. Why would you still not have it a name?
You can do what I did and see what Rocky decides.
So here's a fun suggestion, fun point. Named horses get eaten last.
You can try and gamble the name and see what Rocky says.
I could, yes. But then I would have to accept that name.
Mm-hmm.
That's also true.
Or, like I said, you could give me a word in Elvish or Dwarvish that I will translate into the correct word.
Dinner?
Not
No.
dinner. We're not calling the horse dinner.
That's probably reasonable.
Lisana will literally shoot anyone that tries to eat the horses. Just FYI.
Will you even hit me?
I've had better luck hitting than you have.
Not wrong. I actually don't, because I have nothing that doesn't require a hit roll. Attack roll. Which is probably an oversight on my part, but it's probably fine.
Which vote requires a hit roll?
No, every one of my attack defensive spells requires an attack roll. None of them are...
Ooh, no sod?
None of them are save spells.
Mm.
Yeah, I know, right? It's fine, I've picked out...
Confident.
I've picked out a cantrip, which will help with that for next level, or the level after.
Yeah, no, Viper. We're not going with that.
Why don't you just call your horse the elven name for fire?
It depends on the color of the horse, though.
I considered it, I'm not gonna lie.
Are you expecting
And then you question why we call you a pyromaniac.
Are you expecting him to have bought a red horse?
I mean, can I buy it?
Well, there is actually a reddish chestnut available.
Of course there is.
Yeah, chestnuts are
Then I want.
as close
Then
as
I
you're gonna
definitely
get.
want that one, and you know why, Lucky?
Yeah, of course.
So we're going with a red horse, and we're gonna call it.
Chestnut tree.
Fine, we're gonna call it the Elvish word for fire. No, the Elvish word for flame.
It's probably the same word.
Ardor.
I mean, Elvish isn't a very sophisticated language. The elves haven't been around long enough to develop a proper language yet, so it's probably, yeah, exactly the same.
A-R-D-O-R. Ardor.
Oldest language in the world.
It's the oldest language in the world, and the same word has like 1,200 different meanings.
Yep.
Depending upon the context before and after it, and if you
Yeah.
sneeze or not.
Well, then it is decided, I guess.
Alright, the horse named Ardor.
How to find? How do I
Alright.
add the horse here?
I'll add the horse later. I think I
In
still gotta
Beyond
add
as well?
horses for... Yeah,
I added mine.
Okay, thank you.
in Beyond as well, yeah.
Never
I've
mind,
already
you
got
can
the
add
horse tokens on a complete other page, so we're fine.
Ah, good.
So with a little bit of negotiation, you are able to probably even give the horse a new name by talking to it. Since you
Did
have that
anyone
ability.
think about asking the horse whether it had a name?
No.
I mean, you
In
know.
fairness, nobody actually knows Lisana can talk to animals yet.
And nobody else can. I
Yeah,
don't
but you
think.
didn't think to do it either?
I mean, horses are pretty simple. They're fine with taking a new name as needed, as long as they get their feed. I mean, they got intelligence at 2.
Yeah, I mean, Frici can cast Speak with Animals literally at will,
Yeah.
with no material components, so it's not like you're the only one, Lisana.
I can speak to animals at will as well, yeah.
And he didn't
Fair.
ask. He didn't
Still
ask either.
stands.
He just has that. Okay, are we gonna go? Are we ready to go? I'm poor, so I've no option but to go.
And that's how a party
now I
got
have a
split.
horse, so we're ready to go.
Alright, so.
When we're out of the city and we're on our way, and feel free to cut me off and say, wait a minute, but I will explain, which is to say I'm going to get you to explain however much you want us to know, everything I know about the history of Draconia, the Fall, the people of Thing and stuff. I could explain exactly what I can read off the screen right now, but that might be more than you want us to know, so I'm not going to.
Well, let's see.
I won't make you do the stuttering because that would be mean.
Yes. Pretty much,
try not to get into too much of. You can get to the past to this point, and then to the point where you can tell that the crown doesn't support too much. You don't know the exact specifics and some of the other underlying points, but you are able to give a simple history.
Can I ask one thing? I'm assuming we're riding the horses in a way that doesn't require full concentration.
Mm-hmm.
Can I do a few animal handling checks to see if I can convince Baha to fly in the sky once in a while to see what's around us?
Given that if you can give me a... Well, since he's not exactly an animal, he requires persuasion.
Yeah. Okay, so persuasion. Well, fair enough.
He's intelligent enough for that. But, you know,
I mean,
as
better
long
than
as you
Frici
can
as well.
persuade him that it is... As long as you can persuade him that it is safe outside. So, I'll need a persuasion for that. Let's see how well you do that.
No.
Nope. There's a...
There's a known hunter outside.
There are a lot of new smells. It is a place they don't know very well. It is still very stressful. Your dragon has anxiety.
Can I try to bribe it with the toy that I made for it?
That you could
you're
with
on
a
another horse.
And that doesn't mean we're not near each other.
I mean, fair.
That is a
Yeah.
persuasion all of your own.
You've got to be kidding me.
I think your dragon likes me better.
Rocky, can we go into Lisana's character sheet under extras, add a pseudo dragon called Baha, and just remove it from the dwarf's character sheet?
Well, it's a funny case that while there is a lot of liking and amenability between Baha and Lisana, Dave is still the one who saved Vakhuil is still
Saved
the one
its
who
life.
saved Baha's life. Yeah.
And I kind of
Yeah.
have other plans for pets, and I'm only allowed one
Mhm.
more, so...
It's a case that you know that one friend who's able to come to your house and your dog likes them more than you. It's that situation.
Pretty much.
So does he actually fly into the sky once in a while to see how it goes?
It's more of a case of I think Lisana is able to figure out a way to turn it into play instead.
Okay.
To take a little bit of that feather, maybe get like a rock or something simple to shoot up into the air to encourage them.
Okay. Well, that's more than before.
Yes. So it's not more scouting, but it's like out to play. Different
Okay.
approach, different result.
Shall I give a brief primer of what happened to Draconian people based on what you just
Please
said?
and thank you from your character's perspective.
From my character's perspective, which means it's going to take twice as long.
Exactly, gotta fill in that time.
Yeah, I've got to get to the break somehow. For Dragonborn, 25 years ago, there was a before that there was a city nation called Draconia. It was just Dragonborn, basically. About 20 years ago, would I know that the Chroma Conclave were followers of Tiamat? Would that be known, or shall I completely ignore that? But
Ignore.
okay, you never heard me say that. No one heard me say a thing. About 20 years ago, the city was destroyed by a dragon or several. The city was basically destroyed. The dragons were eventually killed. There were two species. Knights who we met, and Dracon Bloods, who were. It was a bit of a enforced servitude type thing. The Knights basically killed most of the Dracon Bloods. Some of but when the city was destroyed, some of them fled over the mountains, and the Talonstadt is where the Empire lets them live. Since then, it's not actually been met before. I think that probably covers that.
Just about covers it.
Is it a let or is it a chose?
I don't
like, are they getting something out of it?
Specific. I don't know specifically, but I don't imagine they had much say in it at the time. Refugees and the Empire is they not it's exactly the most friendly to outsiders. I say that last bit fairly quietly for obvious reasons, because that's basically treason. Well, it would be. I'm technically not a citizen of the Empire, so technically not treason, which still wouldn't stop me from getting executed, so makes no real difference.
As we get closer, I want to make more active perception checks and look around more, see if I see anything outside of the city that looks awry.
Alright, you may give me an perception for that.
Something I'm really bad at, but I'll do it anyway. Apparently I'm good at it now.
Yes?
Definitely a good 5% on that. But from what you can tell, there's just, a lot of dust being kicked up. There's constant working into the peaks.
This is not
a
well-developed area.
Yeah, no, it is being worked on a lot.
Okay. But there's nothing specifically, like, I can tell of something bad going outside of the city?
Nothing bad. It just looks to be that, this looks like a place where there's not going to be a lot of official support. Not a lot of law if some small things happen. Okay. And it's probably why things like missing children in those letters are going on.
Yeah, and okay.
And so by that third day you would get in, since it would just be, just a little bit in mid-afternoon due to the writing pace that you have available to you.
I'm going to use, as soon as we arrive at the city, I'm going to use my, what's it called? It's there's something here somewhere.
There's
Features
a thing.
And traits. God, where is it? It's the folk hero thing.
That's in description. That's your background, I think.
rustic hospitality.
Yeah, that to ask directions to where the KX family is.
Okay, yeah. Thankfully, sort of seeing you as sort of just, even though you are a bit of an outsider, they see that you are, you got a good heart, and, they may have heard a thing or two just because of
It
how word
probably
travels.
also helps that he's got Bahama all over his everything.
Yeah, quite so.
Just a little bit.
Just a tiny little bit as well, because there are various makeshift shrines to Bahamut in places of public gathering that you do happen to see. So you are, sort of, an official looking site.
Okay.
A follower and upholder. And they are able to point you towards the KX family home. It's not much. It's just, as you see, the buildings are mostly cobbled together stone or built into some of the mountains itself.
Can we on the way there, can I stop at the shrine and pray, basically, and see if there's anyone particularly needing some like curing or sick people or whatever?
Well, let's see. You can definitely give me a... What's better for you, religion or perception?
Religion.
Then give me a little bit of a religion check, and you could probably sort of be on the...
check,
Thankfully, sort of you have an idea that some of the ins and outs, that there are sometimes those who are in need that are praying at the shrines themselves, and you do see that there are some who, marked a little bit by injury or looking a little sick.
I want to walk up to one that looks sick and visibly show that I have Bahamut all over me. Touch them gently and use 5 points of my lay on hands to cure their disease.
Yeah, it does seem to be that their coughing does slow and their breathing does become a little bit more, and they are very thankful, grasping your hand and sort of speaking in Draconic towards you.
Which I don't know, but I'll just nod.
Just smile and wave, boy. Smile and wave.
Yeah.
I mean, Lisana can translate, if that helps.
Yeah, it's pretty much just very vehement thanks, and that, they'll be able to sort of tend better and help their family more instead of being a burden. That you've helped, a burden of their own, and they won't forget that.
Okay. That's all I wanted to do.
Your NPCs will remember this.
One of the things paladins need to do. They need to sometimes show they're good people.
Note to self.
Quite.
Never play a paladin.
Unless you want to play an Oathbreaker.
Various paladins have different ways of their show, so...
Yeah, one of the ways to show is by slaughtering an entire clan of bad people.
Smiting the evil.
Yeah.
The crusade is one way. But eventually you are shown towards a sort of a carved dwelling that is in one of the mountainsides, with the notation of CAEX over in Draconic script.
I can't help but thinking that we need to have Lisana out the front here. She's the only one who can talk to or read anything in the entire town.
Yeah, that's true. We should probably have Gilead.
Well, they speak in common, and so they are able to point you to the building, but, the specifics of it, you actually, it's like being able to know the local language despite everyone knowing English.
So there's a sign that we're standing in front of, is that what you're saying?
It's pretty much the dwelling has the name carved in over the door.
Okay. I'm gonna knock.
There's a bit of a pause, and the sort of door creaks open as there is an eye that sort of its pupil sort of slits in sort of the lizard-like fashion before refocusing. It's like, yes.
What was the guy's name? Sorry.
Ether was
Did
the.
we write that down?
No, I didn't. At
What are
least.
the odds of that we none of us wrote it down?
High odds.
Yep, high odds. I checked in the party notes.
Ether, you said?
Mm-hmm. ITHIR.
ITIHIR? Okay.
Correct. Ether.
Okay. Ether said there were children going missing and asked for help.
You
I
know
say
my
that.
husband. How?
I am a soldier, and we did a mission to get the Blade Garden, and that's where we met him.
Alright, just one moment, please. The door is shut, and you hear sort of the shuffling, and there's a few muffled words in Draconic.
Does Lisana know what they're saying?
Well, they would have to sort of lean into the door in order to see, so that would be, prying if you wish to hear.
Do we even know that Lisana speaks Draconic? I mean, we know, but has
I don't.
Lisana ever actually said that? Because I
No.
don't think we know.
No, she has not.
So unless we,
The only languages you guys know she knows are Sylvan and Common.
Yeah, so I don't know.
Eventually the door is open, and can somebody else roll me a d10?
I can.
Are you sure you can?
I mean, I did. I just failed at it.
Yes, you are greeted by sort of a tall, toned but still thin, sort of black dragonborn woman who sort of motions for you to come in. Please do come in.
Okay, I'll come. I will walk in.
My name is Vatha.
God, how do you spell that?
Vatha.
Can you say that again?
Vatha.
And
Vatha.
that's the wife.
That would be the wife, yes.
you do have complete family trees for every NPC we're getting the names of, yes, Rocky?
No, I'm just making this stuff up on the spot.
I feel like we should complain.
Oh yeah.
I'm just
File
not
your
like
own.
a map, you-
I have
Just
I have a
marker.
box available. Do note that the box is attached directly towards a paper shredder, but don't pay attention to that. That said, Vatha sort of leads you in. It's a very humble home, relatively cool, out of the sun. Mostly stone, but a little bit of wood here and there. I suppose that since Ether sent you here, then it must be his father you wish to speak to, yes?
I believe so, yes.
Yes, of course. Somebody else, do roll me a d10 as there is a flash of color out of the corner of the eye.
Done. That's better. Not as good as the 8 earlier, but we'll get there.
There's a small little flash of gold as probably around knee or upper thigh height. You see sort of a young dragonborn peeking around the corner.
Who's near upper
As-
thigh? Because that means a lot of different things for a lot of different people in this group.
For the regular people size.
Actually, Can I tap on my armor and see if Baha will come out?
Baha is in a place full of smells. It is making him anxious.
Can he peek out so at least the little one can see him? Can I try and convince Baha to do that?
You can persuade to see if you do.
I'm gonna fail this roll again, but we'll see.
We look
That'd
forward
be
to
natural 20.
Yep. I mean,
You've
It's better than before.
yeah. Given that there are now many less smells, he does sort of peek up and sort of have his head look around a little bit.
Okay, as I see the young one, I'm gonna like motion him over, speak towards Baha. See if the kid does it.
Well, Vutha is actually sort of making a turn and going over to pick up the little one herself, and we'll be out of your way. Ethu's father can be a bit raucous at times.
Okay.
Oh.
I'll never get the dragon to play with a kid, am I?
no, but Lisana will.
Right.
But I will need that. Let's see, who has not rolled the d10 yet?
I believe that is just Frici.
I can run.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that was almost for 10. You should check that dice.
One more than me.
You should check that dice to make sure it's not loaded, not gonna lie, because that just...
Well, Vutha sort of would motion you over to sort of a living room area, where you see sort of sitting in a bench, just sort of staring at a wall, smoking a pipe and looking quite scarred, old. Probably, a little haggard just from age. The scales not as vibrant blue as they probably were in youth, sort of now faded towards, robin's egg at some of the edges.
What was his name? Do we have a name yet?
Not yet. You are about to in a second.
Pressing F5 on that random name generator.
Yeah, of course. Vutha will speak up. Rahul, there are those who wish to speak with you.
How do we spell that?
Rahuul.
W. Wow. Okay.
R-A, as opposed to R-U. Rahul.
Sorry, what?
Like in the thingy chat where I typed it the second time, not the first time.
Okay.
Because apparently I can't spell the first time.
Well, I would like to make sure that it's,
Yeah, surprisingly.
I would like to make sure that it's noted well for the future in case stuff happens.
People get really irritated if their family trees are wrong.
I mean, would you like to be called Stacy?
Hold on,
That is awfully specific, I'm gonna say, but...
That is very strangely specific. Yeah, hold on. Create... Hold on, character builder. Creating a new character. Stacy.
It's a case of being called Stacy instead of Steve.
Create
Very different.
Steve.
Rocky, that doesn't work because I know a guy named Stacy.
I know. Should have done something entirely different, but it was just the first thing that came to my head.
I also know a girl named Logan, so no, we can't do that.
Yeah, it's a bit flip-floppy. Anyways, just, wrong name.
Wait, the Dragonborn is wearing flip-flops as well?
Hush. It would be a case of being called Dork instead of Dark. There we go.
No,
I
that
call
happens,
that.
that happens on a regular basis already. That's just normal for me.
That's just regular, yeah.
I'll just cease my silliness here.
This is not going well. This is not going
Rocky,
well.
you'll use to us eventually.
I would like correct names, so 1, I have them to reference to a bit better, and 2, that you have accurate notes.
Start with notes.
Anyways, The sort of old Dragonborn will stop, pause, and breathe sort of a heavy plume of smoke out from his nose. There being just sort of like a slight little bit of spark at the end. Well, sit. What you want?
Sit. Okay. I will sit, I guess.
I'm gonna do my social stealth thing and hide near. Well, I say hide, just sort of linger awkwardly near the entrance.
I'm gonna laugh if the elder just tells you to come back.
I mean, I'm not moving away. I'm just not moving any closer. I'm just sort of loitering right near the entrance.
Can we make that canon? Can we make him demanding?
Ifir sent us to help with the missing children, teens, young adults.
Ah, that's what my boy's been asking around, I see. Yeah, there's been something going on. There's been something going on. And it's definitely not right. I've been keeping my own ears, keeping my own eyes. I may be old, but that doesn't make me deaf. You, over there in the corner. I'm sure you can't hear well enough. Get closer.
Because I'm so far away in the corner, I don't hear him say that.
Lisana is just gonna walk over and drag him back over to where everyone else is.
By the ear, by the horn, by the hand, how do you drag him over?
I'm not sure.
By the ear.
Ow. He just mutters to himself in Infernal.
Alright, watch that, Tom. Right, well, I'm sure that...
Also canon, he speaks Infernal.
He said watch that tone, he didn't say watch that language. Just saying.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to fight over again, what happens and what doesn't.
It's still funny.
Oh yeah, it's still funny.
Right, well, we've got two who had been missing for a little while. Two workers, two youngins who had been starting to get to the work now that they were able-bodied enough. Those would be Ir and Jill. Spelled Y-R-N-J-E-L. Ir and Jill. They've been missing for probably the better part of a week now. Maybe two coming up. But most recent is another young'un who's a little bit older than them, but they've been spouting some similar nonsense as well. And that would be Vogue. V-O-A-G. All raucous head. And saying that they deserve more than doing their part to try to better the community. To better what's been happening to us. Young'uns who don't know what it's like to work hard. To work real hard and under a tone where you don't get your say. We ask them to do it. If they got the body to do it, we ask them to do it. Unless they have some other craft they can help contribute. We try to ask to the best of their ability. But apparently it's a tough time in this age. Very tough time in this age.
At this point, Vakhuil looks confused because all he knows is a city full of people that just work hard.
Well, yeah, that's just a work hard from a cultural thing. This is a case where they were forced to work and now they are trying to, build a community by,
mutable.
Yeah.
Mutable work, whatever.
Trying not to do the same thing as before.
Yeah.
Because it is very tough to build a community. Especially with so little support from the outside.
Where would we be able to find this Vogue?
Well, that's the tough part. Don't know where they've been going. I'm pretty sure that there's some spot they're heading down into.
So we need to ask around.
Definitely need to ask around, but I'm sure that that you came here more than just to help out of the goodness of your hearts, huh?
So I'm guessing you see all of this stuff over my armor, right?
Yeah, I ain't blind either.
Ifir said you had something that would be interesting to me.
While I don't have it, I have an idea where it might be.
I'm intrigued.
Particular relic of the family. Old tale, old shield. Before the fall, and even during a little bit of way back, when the gates were still open, and the bigger war was great, the calamity. We in our family came into possession of a shield of one known as the Bastion, who possessed a scale given to him by Bahamut himself. We kept that as a relic for our family to remind ourselves to stand tall, stand firm. But when the fall happened, things were jettisoned this way and that. If my mind has an idea about what I've been told about where things went from what I gathered, it's on the Joros side of the mountains, in the swamps.
Which swamps is that?
Probably the Broken Vale Marsh.
Would we know where that is in relative to, for example, the front line of the war?
Yes. Just on the other sides of the, the garrisons would be the Broken Vale Marsh into Jorhas.
Okay.
That's a bit of a dangerous place at the moment.
Yes. Quite dangerous at the moment, especially if you're trying to head through the gate. But I have an idea, and I know a way through the Ashkeeper Peaks to get into the Jorhas side without having to deal with the Empire or Kryn. I can point you in directions to that. Who knows what's down in them tunnels, but I'm sure the reward of a piece of something from the calamity would be quite desirable. And I'm sure if you can help get our boys back, that the community will be very happy about it. Hopefully they haven't gone too much of that talk to their heads. But that'll be a thing for you to consider.
So it sounds like we're getting rewarded. Are we? That sounds like a good reward. At this point, Vakhuil is starting to smile like a little kid, and just wants to do his job.
Yes, but I think before we get into that, we are close to our halfway point. So, cycle water, get water, empty water. Get yourself what you need for a little bit of a space between. So yes, you are now able to sort of have a look through things. And Rahul has pretty much, given you an idea that something's going on. You'd have to figure out specifically where those boys had gone. A little bit of investigation. Some little bit of look around as you wish. So, what do y'all do?
I'm just going to use my rustic. I'm just going to use my rustic hospitality to ask where I can find information about this whatever is happening.
All right. Well, that's what you'll be doing. What about the other three?
I'm investigating to see what I can find.
All right. Other two.
Good question.
You can always pair up with somebody else in order to sort of, assist.
Follow Lisana. Somewhat awkwardly, probably, but I will follow Lisana.
Yeah, being stray is too much. I would be going with Vakhuil.
All right. Reliable groupings.
I don't know about reliable, but yeah, sure. Let's go with that.
Well, that's sort of how the groupings came together before the upper hupper.
That's fair.
Alright, so, let's see. Since it is both of you using the rustic hospitality, you can give me either an investigation or persuasion check at advantage using the better scores between y'all.
I mean, both of them are 1 for me.
Anything better on your end, Belanor?
Do we both roll it?
Oh no, it's just whoever is going to be the main face gets to roll advantage with it.
Say which two again?
Investigation and persuasion.
One of the two.
We already know that Frici's...
one I didn't hear.
Yeah, we already know that Frici's no good at
Investigation is
persuasion.
good for me.
What is your investigation?
It's 2 right now.
You can roll investigation.
At advantage.
The folk hero will stand there and look impressive.
Under investigation. That will go through? It went through.
You're kidding.
Yeah, you're kidding?
I mean, that is technically a 1 in 400 chance for it to happen, so at least it's a pretty good roll.
God.
From what you're
rolling 2 natural ones.
That would be horrible. That's why someone should have been a halfling, so that doesn't happen.
I could have been a halfling, I chose not to.
Let's see, we could have had
same,
a halfling.
Actually.
We could have had a halfling, we could have had a Aarakocra. I think we could have had a Dragonborn at one point. Or a Tabaxi, one of the two. Anyways, no matter. With a 13, you are able to sort of go around and sort of getting some ideas about the common folk, sort of just the general feel of what's been going on. This descent sort of came in, I think, just about a month ago. Someone from outside Talonstadt, they can't exactly remember who or what, began speaking a bit more vocally about how the Ravenites deserve more than just menially working, that the Empire isn't good enough, and that they should, be able to, because of their numbers and their strength, take what they deserve without, supplementing or having to be under the Empire with what little that they're being, given, if any at all. That's what you're able to find out. And as for Lisana and Pelaios, how exactly about are you going with having a look around? Because speaking with folks would be a persuasion. There's also an investigation to sort of do some tracking around. Oh yeah, it was just those two, wasn't it? I thought I had a different one. I guess my own mind is a little fried. I will fix that later after I have dinner with more ice cream.
Fuck, no,
Ice cream is important.
Ice cream is important.
Can we roll
Rocky
a-
Road is what I made, and I am Rocky. It is my road.
Can we roll investigation for ice cream?
Oof.
No, doesn't work that
And
way.
the rest of today devolves into how to make ice cream canon in Talonstadt.
You need cows.
Hmm.
Lots of cows.
We didn't see any on the way.
And a white or silver dragonborn.
I mean, Feldwind's only like half the continent away. We Calsvale. That's farmland. Vixie, what's Lisana's
My
investigation?
persuasion is higher.
Than
My
5?
persuasion is 4.
Oh, 4.
My investigation is 2.
Cool. My investigation's 1 because that's how we rolled for intelligence.
And your persuasion?
It's 5. So I have the best persuasion by 1 point, and the worst investigation by 1 point, which makes a certain amount of sense. What are we looking to investigate around particularly? Because you were sort of leading on that side of it. I find it funny, but the two leads are the two who are not doing rolls, probably.
The investigation is more sort of tracking what has occurred to this point, while persuasion would be sort of getting the rumors and everything from that point. So it's just, it's investigating events versus investigating opinions.
I think probably persuasion is the better option to start with, because investigation, I think the whole team should be together.
That's probably true. So we will walk up to someone who looks vaguely not completely in the middle of something, and also looks like that, not just actively going to punch anyone who goes near them, because I'll probably just fall immediately unconscious.
Oh yeah, that's a lot of the population right there. So that'll take a little time.
It means you can just discard all of those other names that you've totally got listed down for the entire population of the town.
Oh yeah. Just name them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
The
6.
source book, by the way, has an exact population for the town, and I have to assume that Rocky has exactly that number of names for this town that he draws from.
All 1,810 of them, yes.
Yeah, that's exactly how many names he has on his list for this town. So we will go and find someone who, looks vaguely helpful. Let's just say vaguely helpful to summarize the above. And why did I roll so high in fucking charisma? Damn it.
Looks tiny.
Shouldn't have picked the sorcerer. Should have played a wizard instead when I could have gone with intelligence.
Quite so.
Maybe next time when I get killed by irritating a Ravenite. We're hi. We're sort of new to the town. We were wondering if there was anything that we should perhaps know about before before we settle down for a short amount of time. Possibly places to people to stay away from, or get to know, or anything like that. That might be the worst conversation I have ever had. In this
Pretty
game.
much, yeah. So the green dragonborn will sort of look and sort of pause as looking you up and down. It's like, that was a bit of a mouthful to Astahi. You're just thinking you asking what he thinks of what's going on, yes?
Yeah. I'm gonna
What
sort of
does
now
Astahi think?
also try and just move so that Lisana is now in front of me.
Yeah, he sort of mumbles in Draconic, just trying to collect his thoughts a little bit before speaking out and coming. Well, it's been a bit difficult past few weeks. We have been requesting aid from Empire for resources and tools, as we are trying to dig into a very difficult portion of caves for getting ores for trade, so that we may afford more to get housing, as well as food to come in, since it's very difficult near mountains. We have been having difficult with some caves, as recently there have been shakes and rumbles causing cave-ins and other loss of life. Because of loss of life, therefore we have less to work efficient, and it is very difficult. Very difficult. And it just making very tense time, and just we ask, no answer.
Does the Empire not support you even though you're an Empire town? I say from basically not really hiding, but hiding behind Lisana.
There's a bit of a pause, and he just sort of looks and
not
leans
really hiding.
all the way,
What,
and just
a foot taller than
points. Yeah, just way down the street, just pointing in with a bit of curve. 1 Kranskar, right there. That is it for a whole street, and other street, and other street, and other street. Not many.
Yeah, that's not a lot. Is there any I suppose it's not a big place. Is there anywhere we should look to stay, or anywhere we should look to avoid? Or anything?
Definitely do not want to go near work areas. Those are ones where frustrations are big, especially on abandoned rift projects. Those are big frustration. If you see frustrations, then you see violence. You see scratches, you see bruises, you see bones.
That makes sense. Rift projects?
Stay. Yes, to get into mountains and open up to make rift.
I think I understand. Why do I feel like I've forgotten something important I've needed to ask and I haven't yet?
Something children?
Yeah, okay, I thought I asked that and apparently I didn't, which makes sense because it's me. I don't know how to ask that question. Well, if I've said that we've just newly... I've basically screwed myself over if I've said... No, I know. Sorry if this is not a question to be asking. I haven't seen so many young people here since we arrived. Certainly, not compared to other towns we've been to. Is it the tensions, the stress, the potential for violence? Is that do they just stay away from that, or?
This is where I will require the persuasion at advantage now for this particular set of info. As we see.
There's that 20. That's a 25. Yes,
Asahi
the
will
20
sort of,
minutes of stuttering paid off.
Oh yes, there's a bit of a scratching of scales under the chin, some sort of clicks claws together as they do so. Young ones, growing as Raven Knight is very hard. You know, emotions, frustrations, easy flare. You know, growing up, it's hard to express. Probably young ones, you understand somewhat.
I look very slightly confused here.
Very
not
angry.
entirely
Lots of hot blood when young, where things are not quite learned. No patience. Want for an immediate. It's a case that not many, because, well, some are keeping inside, but some, I think some are being gathered somewhere. If Astahi had idea, it was likely maybe there is abandoned project that is being used to have young ones come together and talk frustrations.
That sounds unsafe, dangerous.
Yes, foolish, like a young one.
Talking to like two people who are what, under 30? I can't remember how old Lisana. I don't know if I even know how old Lisana's character is. Pelaios is under 30. I just sort of slightly smile. Perhaps sorry, this is probably too forward. Perhaps we could help a fresh outside perspective.
Maybe. Have a look at old projects. Maybe you'll find a trace of where young ones have been moving about. You'll see fresh scratches, fresh dents to things. To
Is circulating up for anybody else?
No, not really.
Everything sounds fine to everyone else.
Oh, probably just my voice not picking up because of a slight mumble. Fresh scratches, fresh dents, and fresh shows of frustration at places that they should not be.
The old projects you said, didn't you? Did I have it right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Old projects, old Rift projects.
Cool. Thank you. Maybe we'll maybe see if we can do anything to be of help.
Yes, try. Much help.
Thank you for your advice. So glad I rolled high on persuasion to end up. It would have been like 20 minutes of stuttering, which could have been said in 2 minutes otherwise. And it's like, nope, wasted natural one. He turns and walks.
Soiled it.
Yeah.
And Lisana would have just been laughing at it the whole time.
Yeah. I mean, you probably were anyway, let's be fair.
Not wrong.
But quietly laughing.
Just quietly.
And I had most of that conversation from behind Lisana, because
in fairness, you were following it first, and then you just took the lead, so that's on you.
Apparently I have a higher persuasion score than you. Get a higher charisma score, jeez.
No.
No?
Dave can't say no to that one because he really needs it.
I'm sure that'll happen soon enough. Just give it time.
What's the lifespan of a tiefling?
Oh no, I just know features that are coming up.
Yeah,
Is there any, like, coffee shop or place to hang out and listen in on conversations?
Not really. This is like, a burgeoning community that is just mostly trying to actually make itself. There's not a lot of, amenities for relaxation, for staying. This is, they're trying to
dig in to start
It's only
making it.
It's only like what 19 years old anyway. The town, so.
And there's they're trying to get things organized together, trying to get houses built, and that takes time, especially when you're trying to work with stone. And not getting a lot of outside help from the nation you are a part of. It's pretty much they're nearly about on their own in this whole project.
Quote unquote, a part of.
But you've both got a bit of information from each, so could convene to see what's going on.
That seems reasonable.
I'm still just following Lisana.
Well, with a little bit of wandering, the two sets of two will eventually meet up and be able to compare notes. So, share with the class.
Oh, right, we were supposed to be taking notes. I'm still hiding behind as well, not so much hiding, but not from those two, not quite hiding. Lisana talked. There was a dragonborn. He said near some old projects that he thinks some of the kids have been up there when they have no legitimate reason to be. It might be a place to look around.
That sounds like a place to live.
And what did you two learn?
I spent so long stuttering
Mr. Elf
through
and
that,
Dwarf?
I can't even remember what you learned now.
Yeah, I can't remember either. It's been too long.
Someone coming into town?
We're the best at this.
Well, to reconvene, you had learned that some of this dissent had come in relatively recently within these past few weeks, where there was someone riling the particular attitude that is current among some of the younger mindsets.
An external agitator.
Exactly.
Something I can say 12 times faster when I'm saying it and Pelaios isn't. Why would anyone want to start uprising here if anything happened, like a single I don't know, squadron, whatever, insert army appropriate word verb of the army could crush the entire town. Why would they need to? Why would they want to start an uprising?
That is a very good question.
It is indeed.
I say asking the two people with higher intelligence scores than me to do the brain work, because
Something insight check.
on
Trying to understand logic for people we know nothing about.
I mean, it's practically a secluded area in the middle of two warring factions. Barely neutral. Is it good force to take advantage of?
I suppose that might be true. Would I know the Ravenites had been very much the... Would I basically know that Ravenites get a plus 80 to strength or something, basically?
You know that they are the stronger of the two species, yes.
Okay. For Ravenites, they're quite physically strong, I suppose. If they were mobilized, it might be dangerous if to an unprepared an enemy. Perhaps we should go and investigate these ruins. I don't know that we like it very much if unfriendly forced attack our empire from the side.
That's probably a good idea.
There's one other thing, by the way, which Pelaios won't have connected the dots on because he's not thinking that in that direction right now, which is who else knows about the passage through the tunnel, the passage through the mountains, sorry, and who could be using it. I thought of it. Pelaios hasn't thought of it. My intelligence score is higher than his. It's not hard.
It is.
Wow. But Pelaios hasn't thought of that, and therefore won't say anything around it. I have, but that's the thing. I mean, I was too far back in the room to hear that bit properly, so it's possible he just doesn't even know about it. But,
well, you kind of got dragged by the ear a little bit closer, so...
Yeah, that's true.
Yes, that happened.
That has
I'm still not sorry.
That's actually damaged my ear now, so I couldn't hear properly anyway. So...
No?
Nah.
That would require strength that Lisana doesn't have. My strength is a -1.
Yeah, that's point. 4 players, 3 of whom put strength as their major dump stat and have a strength of 8. Which is to say, below the average generic random commoner you run into along the way.
In fairness, for half of them, it's not even a required stat.
Yeah, that's... none of us need it, really, except Dave. But yeah. It's funny, if we do standard unarmed strikes, they do 0 damage. It's 1 plus your strength modifier. We can punch each other as much as we want and no one will ever win. Anyway, I digress.
Can we test this theory?
Possibly not in the middle of a town, which is basically waiting for a spark to go boom.
I didn't mean now. I may have plotting to do.
Everyone else.
Thoughts and things, correct. But yeah, with the notes convened, that means, probably looking through some of the more abandoned projects that, cave-ins and other incidents have, since made them not viable to be used at this point. Sounds like a place teens and kids would go to get away from the adults and other responsibilities they are being asked to do.
This is a tragic news story waiting to happen.
Oh yes.
Group of playing kids killed in Vakhuil. No. Okay, I'm probably
something Power Rangers. I don't know.
I don't know. I never paid any attention to Power Rangers. I've literally never.
Oh no, I was just talking about that one movie, which
I haven't watched it. I know literally nothing about them except that they're multicolored.
Oh, boy.
Me.
Okay, well that'll just be I guess a 90s kid chick there.
It's valid. And my homework for this week. I was never good at doing homework either. Dave is currently AFK. This would be a really good time to have a character who's really good at understanding rocks.
It's
Sorry,
pretty
I'm
good.
here now. I'm here now.
Welcome back.
It's all good. So what's
Don't know if you
going
heard
to
what happened, but
occur?
yeah, we've wandered up to the
Yeah.
projects. We've decided that it would be a bad thing if an armed force of Ravenites decided to attack the Empire from here. And we have wandered up field projects to go and track them down, because that's what I learnt after about an hour of doing 5 lines and a natural 20 on a persuasion check.
Oh yes,
I heard something about rocks.
immediate attention.
It's like saying cats when Frici can hear you.
Do I need to look at rocks? Is that what's going on?
It's going to be a case of where you're going to be giving me that history check with double proficiency because of stone cutting in order to see about some of the projects that may have been, disturbed or recently used.
So I just roll a normal history and you add a +1 to it, I guess?
It's
Add
proficiency.
Yeah, plus your proficiency again to whatever it is.
2.
Are you proficient in history?
No.
Okay, then you add double your proficiency to the roll then. So you're getting a bonus for stone cutting. So I think that's like what, +4 to whatever you're going to be rolling for history.
Mm-hmm.
Double checking just in case there's anything else as well.
If it's counted as an expertise or double proficiency, then it'll be +4 plus his intelligence modifier, which is a 1, but the thing calculates that automatically. Unless he has to have proficiency to get double, and he just gets to add 1 level of proficiency for his stone cutting.
No, he gets to, you are considered proficient in history, this history skill for the origin of stonework, and double the proficiency of the check, so
it's +4.
it will be big +4 if you can give me a history check as you are trying to find which project may have recently been disturbed.
Yeah, well then you have to add
That's
some
a 20.
plus.
That is a flat
+4
20,
to
yeah.
it. Yeah.
Nice.
So the dwarf is able to pretty much smell out what rocks have been moved recently.
The dwarf
but-
does dwarf things.
The dwarf does dwarf things. It is a case wherein that you are able to sort of see what they are attempting to do with these various projects. Some fault lines in stone had caused cave-ins before, thus, leaving it as a not good project or area to be in. But it looks to be that some were, because they were situated in a poor area near multiples, you actually do find one that is still a unstable looking cavern, but there are recent signs of stones having been moved, cracked open, scratched up. Just a general milling about as if there has been activity in this area recently.
I do not do what I did in the forest and do not cast Thaumaturgy to make the ground vibrate. Because I do not want to die underground.
But yeah, it seems to be that you have
No
found
killing your teammates either.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, you're
Seems to
here
be
as
that
well.
you have. Yes, quite. Very good idea. That you have found a cave in this Talonstadt ravine. How do you proceed?
Well, we can all see in the dark, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
that was
Okay.
fixed within the first chapter with the Lisana
Is
getting some
there-
goggles.
Is there someone who can go in the front who can check for traps?
That would be investigation normally, wouldn't it? Or...
That would
Is it
normally be
investigation or
It would be
perception?
investigation. It can be perception or investigation. It depends upon
My
if you're
passive
being...
perception is 14.
I'm proficient in
yeah.
neither one.
It is a
If you're- if
slow,
you're-
methodical
if you're check-
versus a
yeah, if
glance
you're-
around.
Yeah, it's if you're checking for traps where we're moving slow and you're doing actual checks.
It would be sort of investigation to sort of look around specifically for like
Looking for that
small
slight
things.
glimmer of a tripwire.
Who has the highest investigation?
You
Mine's
or
only
Frici-
2.
You or Frici, depending on if either of you have proficiency.
No, mine is 2 as well.
Would you like to flip a coin for it?
I mean, I'll take the lead if no one has anything better.
Mhm.
You go ahead.
Although I am pointing out that I don't have natural dark sight. I have goggles that help.
They're the goggles to give you...
They give you dark vision. It's the same dark vision.
Yeah, it's the same dark vision we
Yeah.
we
Yes, but also more easily knocked off than, say, actual dark vision.
Actual eyeballs.
Yeah,
Oh, boy.
fair.
Okay. Well, let's actually, so we're going into the creepy cave?
Apparently,
Yeah.
We're going into the creepy cave.
What could possibly go wrong?
That's the fun part.
Everything. Why did the loading screen have to say hatching dragons then? Because it's like, well,
Reasons.
now. I mean, it's like very location appropriate given everything, but like, well, now we know how we're dying. You find 5 newly hatched baby dragons, all of whom don't like you and decide to just smoke you.
Can I keep an egg?
How did I know how it's going to happen?
The second pseudo dragon enters the party.
I mean, I still kind of want a griffin, but
Is there
yeah.
is there still room to change the name of the group to the carers of baby dragons?
Wait until after we've done something really, really illegal. That's the time you want to be changing names to get away from the old name that's associated to all the crime.
Ooh, fuzzy screen for a moment. Hold on.
So it was Lisana at the front. I
Yes.
will go at back on the basis that I have twice as much dark vision range as everyone else in the party, and therefore
Yes,
don't
and you
need
also
to be
have
less health. than
mage
everyone
armor.
else. Mage armor, and also less health than everyone else in the party. But I don't have to be as far forward to see as far as you'll still be seeing further than all of you, just in general.
Yeah.
Even without that, so.
Alright, well, you may, proceed at your own leisure / peril.
I mean, Lisana is doing investigation checks on the way, right?
Oh dear.
That was rude. That was
was-
a 20 until it flipped.
That was a rude, but, so far, you're not, finding anything trappish.
What is this?
Oh, that would be, pillar. Stone
Oh, okay.
stalagmite connecting
Okay.
to a stone stalactite.
They're-
Terrain.
They're not the delay blast fireballs then, no.
Nay.
Oh good.
Rock formations.
In what general area did she just check, so we know?
The general area that you are in this starting area, so we can have a movement forward of up to speed.
We're basically assuming it's a check on everywhere within our immediate movement range.
Yeah.
Okay.
Of our speed. So that's our speed.
Yeah. So
Yeah, but I was zoomed in
Usually.
too much to move further.
So within 30 for Lisana,
I'll go.
up to
here.
about there-ish.
I'll go here then. It's behind everyone else enough to be behind everyone else.
Are those pillars actually blocking light? I cannot tell.
Nope.
No.
They
are not
literally
like
look
now.
like marks on the ground to us, which
Weird.
is presumably why Dave asked, because if I'd cast shadows, we'd probably have worked out that they're probably pillars.
Yeah, I thought they were holes.
Delayed blast fireballs.
Okay,
No.
so they
They
don't
look
block
kinda like
vision at all.
wells.
That's weird. One moment. Okay, so it's not blocking vision at all with these circles? That's weird. Hold on.
No.
Actually. Okay, one tick then.
Well, that one just disappeared. Completely.
Alongside the pillar?
Yeah.
I mean, the pillar is supposed to cut you from behind it, but it's not supposed to cut the pillar from the view as well.
It's just
Don't
a
question
dynamic
everything.
lighting thing.
Fair.
Just accept
fair
it for
enough.
what it is.
Lisana, we're waiting for your investigation check. 'Cause
I'm
I am
waiting
not
for Rocky to finish what he's doing. Because I don't want to somehow mess something up considering how my luck's been today.
Dynamic
I
lighting
still
doesn't
can't
like
access my
circles.
character sheet on D&D Beyond.
Yeah, it's broken. They've been tweeting about it for the past while. Most of their systems are broken right now.
Rocky, are you done with the lighting thing?
Not quite yet.
Okay, say when.
Okay, that should be fixed. All the circles had to be made squares.
Wow.
Still nothing. Now this is a bit more creepy as we have actual stuff and weird vision going on.
Yeah, that's true.
No signs yet.
Rocky,
Mm-hmm.
can I have some sort of readied movement that as soon as as it seems like there's any kind of danger going for Lisana, that I can step in front of her?
We can have sort of, as long as you stay close to Lisana, that is correct, you can do that. As a step forward 5 foot, that's it. Give me a second here. Nothing at this point either. And you do see a bit of a descent step downwards ahead. Some of you may.
Guys, which way around the pillar do we want to go?
I went left.
You went where?
I went here. Oh, this
Oh.
is
I
left.
can't see you there.
So here,
Oh, that's how far you mean.
yeah.
Okay.
Well, we don't know anything.
Yep, no checks there, so you may move appropriately.
I'm so scared that I'm gonna trigger something.
Alright, well, I was about to say, before you do happen to roll that, I do actually need Vakhuil to give me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, my worst one. Oh, my worst one.
You're fine, probably.
$15?
One moment. With a 15, you actually do hear a small snap as you step on some very pale gray string, and there is a thwoomp from above as you just have to duck a little bit down as a boulder smacks into the opposite wall on either side, as rocks tied to that have trapped. But upon seeing that and hearing that, there is also something else that pops up.
Do I have to re-roll that?
No, don't gotta reroll. It's just not rolled then. As behind and jumping out from pillars, kobolds.
Also behind us or just in front of us?
Just in front.
Okay. So, initiative?
That is initiative, yes.
Oh, it lost focus again. Sorry, Lucky.
That's fine.
I think he's used to fixing it at this point.
Yes, yes. Because it happens every time.
It's usually me that breaks it.
It's because of how I use the browser. I have an add-on that removes focus from the browser.
Alright, and you see sort of a standard set of kobolds, but also one that is a bit more, one that has a shield. Oh, and this one got resized weirdly. One moment.
Guys, take that one hostage.
No promises.
Yes, and its shield seems to be, you know, a bit more scaly. There we go, and time for their rolls.
Pack tactics. Don't forget.
Round 1 belongs to Lisana.
Sorry, just trying to get everything in better view.
No worries. Seems to look very choppy to me for some reason. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, same.
One moment.
Yeah,
I think I have an idea.
That's happening.
Have they seen us yet?
Yes.
They heard the trap, yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Those are different questions, though. Have they seen us or have they just heard us?
They know. They
Well,
know we're here.
mhm. They know
Yeah.
you're here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I yell something in Draconic to try and intimidate them?
That you can.
That's new.
Let's see what you happen to roll.
And fail miserably.
Well, they will just cackle at your attempted intimidation attempt.
Huh.
I tried. Can I still attack, or does that count as my,
We'll call that intimidation as your bonus.
Okay. I'm going to try and shoot the one... closest to us.
All right.
And again, fell miserably.
Oh
no.
my.
Oh god.
Well,
All right. This
It's
particular
starting well.
this particular kobold will give a dash. Will have a bit of a walk forward,
Me
and will
Lisana's
cling. Looking
swap
at.
rolls.
What now? Oh, maybe. If you start hitting, you know what's happened. And you hear it bark out an order just of move, move, move. And the rest of the kobolds can start moving into position.
Is this the guy who looks intimidating?
That would be the one with the big shield, yes, and bark the order, yes.
Yeah, I literally don't see a big shield.
You see in the its left hand. It's the one with the metal.
They all have the same size shield. It's just that this one is metal.
Yeah, slight difference, you know. I can only do so well with what tokens I'm given.
Fair.
But that's the one that has the bigger shield as opposed to a smaller, woody, dinky thing. And let's see, barks the order. It did its move, so... Yes, that'll be its turn. Vakhuil.
Ah, 25. Perfect.
It's probably something that has to do with this dynamic lighting at the moment. That's why it's looking a little weird.
Probably. Not the first time dynamic lighting has been problematic.
Yeah, it's like when you get to the 100%, it's like really, really curious how odd. Alright, compelled duel. Wisdom saving.
This guy. Please just be something low for once.
Yeah, shouldn't be talking to Rocky, not your dice.
Yes, to Rocky.
Well, it has a -1, so it is compelled.
is this going to be a case of Rocky's characters can't hit anything?
Maybe, who knows?
Well, the one thing I made is that this one bigger, badder guy now is gonna attack me.
Mm-hmm.
That's a bonus action. Oh,
That
excellent.
it is.
The spell ends if you attack any other creature. If you cast a spell that attacks it. I'm gonna... Can I use a free action to talk to the party? Yes, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell the party, don't attack this one, whatever you do.
Alright.
You do though. You
Yes.
got it.
And then I'm gonna attack him. That's what it says, right? As long as I attack it, it's fine, but someone else can't, right?
It's a case of that creature has disadvantage on attacks made to it other than you. You can attack the other ones just fine.
No, but it says the spell ends if a creature friendly to you damages the target.
Let's see. If any other creature, if you cast... if you cast... Okay, yeah, so it's pretty much, yeah, you can only attack it as well, yes.
Yes, okay.
Yep. You do it.
That's
I
the
do
compel point, yeah.
Yes, so that's why I said to the party, don't attack this one.
I got this one.
Yeah. For visuals, there is currently a dragon head who is kind of breathing fire, but instead of fire, there's 2 strings attached, one to me and one to this bigger, badder guy.
Mm-hmm.
And I
Visual
will attack
link.
it. Yes. It is this one.
That hits.
What?
Welcome to the Twilight Zone.
That seems reasonable.
Divine Smite is not a bonus or anything, right? I can just do
It
that.
is on hit. You can decide to smite. Yes. You just turn it on before you do the attack roll.
Can I still do that because it takes a spell slot?
Yeah, it is technically you are not casting a spell. You are expending a resource.
Okay, well, I'm Divine Smiting.
All right, adding the smite to it.
It is not an undead or fiend.
Nope. That is 18 whole damage. As you bring it forward and clang hard into this creature, just under where it, just over where its shield is, with a thump and a flash of divine radiant energy. But it is still up. Not even bloodied yet.
Not even bloodied yet? Oh, that's great.
No. It was a heavy hit, but it's still standing and looking pissed.
That's my turn.
Pelaios! We has many a kobold. Or a scaly goblin. Small scaly goblins. Dark?
You know that moment when your microphone is muted, and you don't
Yes.
realize it's muted? Right, so, yes. All of the draconic
Nice
goblins.
spell.
Standard.
All of the draconic goblins here.
I'm going to cast... Yeah, do I do that? or
Yeah,
do I
whatever you do, don't hit the one that I hit, that I'm attacking.
I'm trying to decide what to do. Yeah, I'm going to go for a firebolt. I'm not going to start burning spell slots just yet, because I don't know what's coming. And I will target this one with a firebolt. 16? I like to think 16 will hit. I'm going to be mildly optimistic.
Good.
Now I have to question if Rocky's also muted himself and forgotten to unmute, because that would be an amazing irony.
Rocky, have you forgotten to press buttons?
I think he disconnected.
Oh,
Yes, I have to hit buttons. I forgot.
push to talk is totally a thing you may or may not be using, Rocky.
Yeah, that's exactly what's happening. Goodness me. Yes, 16 does hit.
Oh, good. For... Yeah, okay. 6 damage. Fire damage.
That firebolt does smack hard, and there is a scream and yelp of pain as hot, blah.
Was that blah as it melted into a puddle? Nice.
Blah as it got charred to death.
I'm fine with Charles charring to death. Cool. In that case,
Very good.
I don't have any bonus actions I really want to take, so... Yeah, I will end my turn. Actually, no, I'm going to move just over, let's say here. Sort of on the top of the step there, not on the bottom of the step, because of how the grid ends up, but top of the steps there, and then I will end my turn.
Belanor.
Oh, and now I see another one. I knew it. Kobolds everywhere.
Yeah.
Many kobold.
Okay, so let's.
You know we can see that, don't you, Dave?
Yes, I know.
Okay.
I'm starting to realize I should have probably said an extra thing.
Maybe.
Stay close.
First.
No,
considering
stay
there's
far
nothing-
away.
It's fine. These ones probably don't have any sort of deals with a terrorist in Huppaduk. They're probably not going to explode on death.
No, it's more that this guy can't move more than 30 feet away from me.
Having a look
Oh, yeah.
through your features, Lisana?
Say that again?
You're looking through your features?
Yeah, kinda.
Magic initiate.
Yeah, don't click the little bubble. Just click the name.
That works. So I'll be moving next to Pelaios, and trying to roast the. Actually, can I roast him from here?
What's the range? Oh, of it for produce flame. You're probably out of range of everyone from that. Is-
Come on, where can they? Ah, there we go. No, yeah, I am in range. I am in range for that one. This one. This one. So I'll be trying to roast that guy.
This guy?
Yeah, the one who's alone there. The one that is directly above Lisana. I will be trying to roast him with produced flame.
Let us see, let us see.
Ooh.
A 13 hits. These are your basic kobolds.
Yeah.
So roll damage. And we have another one just...
Roasted goblin.
Can we just talk about that almost everyone here does some kind of fire-esque attack, except Lisana, who just loves nature?
Yes.
I love nature, thank
Yeah.
you very much.
Can we just point out the difference? Can we just point out the
Yes,
difference?
but you're a
is-
pyromaniac.
The difference here is I have taken one fire-based spell, and Frici has deliberately prepared every single fire-based attack in his spell list that he has had access to.
If Lisana has shape water, I think I'm good. I'd rather have water than fire.
You need to take create water as well at the rate Frici's going.
I don't have flame blade.
Oh. Oh, it has just occurred to me that you've got all the 4 elements. We have Dave as earth, Lisana as water, Belanor as fire, and because you are going with a lot of lightning, Pelaios is air. That's weird.
That's hilarious.
That's neat.
So what you're saying is the 4 of us are one monk.
Yeah, I was gonna say the 4 of us make one monk.
God damn it, no.
And
Probably.
Here's the funny thing: monks are OP enough that that's actually basically true.
I mean, Way of the 4 Elements technically is the least optimal of the monks.
Yeah, but still,
Yeah. Anyways, combat.
still OP.
There are buttons that have to be pressed, Belanor.
Yes.
Unless you
I
have a
was waiting
bonus
for that
action you want to
finish,
take.
and with that, finishing my turn.
I believe that kobold is dead, so does it skip
Yes.
its turn?
Well,
There's more-
that's just the token representation, so we still get the other kobolds.
Yay, back tactics.
Woo!
Pack tactics ahoy.
If they move past you, you can't take opportunity attacks on them because it will end your compelled jaw.
No, I can't.
That's going to be fun. I mean, you can, but it will end with compelled jaw.
Would you rather this thing attack you?
Oh no, not even slightly.
Alright, time for some stabby kobold.
Yay! Stabby kobold. Wait, hold on.
14.
I'm not supposed to be cheering for kobolds.
I don't
No,
even have
no,
to
you
say
were
anything
not.
at this point. Wow.
21.
They actually hit me.
Nice. Well,
I
not
mean,
for
you actually hit too, so I'm not surprised anymore.
Yeah, balance must be maintained. I'm not sure why I'm the one arguing this, given that Frici is
6
the true neutral
damage.
druid, but
As it does find the most vulnerable point in that armor to give you a nice little stab.
it both hits and literally does max damage to you. Even
And
I'd
yeah,
survive
that's
that
it.
attack though, so it's like...
Well, you're a bit stronger than you were
Go
before.
if you
Yeah,
want.
I would now. 2 levels ago I wouldn't.
Lisana! Kobolds are close.
Wait, what is the dexterity modifier of that? What is the dexterity of that big kobold?
You don't
Who
know.
knows?
Yeah, you don't know.
Besides, it
No,
was just
but
the little
the-
kobolds.
Doesn't it
Okay.
kind of matter for the turn order?
It's got a +2.
Okay.
Let's put it this way. Let's put it
I'm-
this way. It's got more than -1.
More
Listen,
than
you
you.
never know.
I moved slightly back. I am going to cast Dreadful Strikes on the one to the right of Vakhuil, the one under his name,
Okay.
and then try to shoot it.
Alright.
That
Wow.
was a dreadful
A
strike.
7 will miss.
I mean, it's 1 better than last time. We're getting there. You might still have some arrows left by the time you get to hitting things.
Wait, is compelled dual concentration? No, right?
Yes. You should have rolled.
It is, yeah.
thingy.
Duration, concentration, yes.
You
So,
should.
Yeah,
vote-
so I
Yeah.
con
What do you
save,
mean
yeah, DC 10.
that's unfortunate. The
That
spell ends.
is oh,
spell
spell
ends.
ends. That is a little unfortunate. Well, time for this boy's turn.
It's probably fine.
In right on time.
No.
13 will not, and thankfully gets to make 2 attacks.
Oh, good.
Ah, there we are.
Yeah, that hits.
That's more like it. You don't have
Yeah,
shield
why
of
do I
faith up
feel
yet
like-
either, do you? Because you were
No.
concentrating on the other thing.
4 more damage.
At least you don't have to roll a con save this time.
And it will bark an order, and the kobolds will move again.
Do I get an attack of opportunity?
I mean, if you would like, there's no
I mean, I-
reason to not to now.
Yeah, I'll do it. Did any of them get a hit yet? No, right?
No, we're all fine.
No, these
Yeah.
two.
Um, No.
These two have
'cause
not been hit yet
everyone's
because they
Okay.
kind of squish easy.
We've either done one shots or completely missed, depending on whether or
I'll
not we're
do,
trying
I'll
to set
do,
them
I'll
off.
do it on this one then.
It was nice
Okay,
knowing
the
you.
bottom one. Okay,
Yeah.
well, make the attack of opportunity. That'll hit. Damage.
I'm so confused. Why is Dave hitting things today? Doesn't make
Yeah,
any sense.
I know.
He stole all of Lisana's luck.
Apparently, yeah. Yeah, everything's either been a straight out one shot, one kill, or a
Yep.
not that so far.
It's either womp or nomp. But it is your
Well-
turn, Vakhuil.
I'm gonna bonus action Shield of Faith now.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's the end of my spells for today. And I'm just gonna hit the big baddie.
Okay.
There's
You
there's
sure
the
about
end of
that?
my luck.
12 will not do it this
I look
time.
forward to seeing how Lisana rolls next turn.
Hey, Pelaios, there's a kobold next to you.
Do you have any melee attacks?
In Infernal, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. I will See, that's technically a ranged spell attack, despite the fact it's not really ranged. It's called Chill Touch, and yet it has a range of 120 feet. You'd think...
It's touched by a ghostly hand.
Yeah, you'd think...
Not your touch.
I stab him.
I mean, do you have Shocking Grasp?
No, I have considered it.
Aw,
I know, right?
probably for the future.
I stab him.
Stabbing.
I have a dagger. I won't hit with it, but
Stabby,
whatever.
stabby.
Okay, I will
17
hit
will
with
hit.
it. Never mind. I will hit with it.
See ya.
It's something.
That's good.
Stabbed him quite well. Blah!
Nicely done.
What
We're
is
down one to
going
go.
on? What
Well,
is going
what
on
we're
right
turning out today, then, is that I'm the murder hobo. I think that's
Any movement?
I believe that's the second time you've ever actually seen me attack something without a spell. And both times I've basically either killed it outright or done fairly critical damage to it. Because the last time was in that house, in that place. You said only movement.
Maybe you should give up on sorcery and just melee attack.
What are the
everything.
requirements for multi-classing into rogue, actually, Rocky?
I think there's a dexterity.
I'm fine on
at least 13.
dexterity. I'm pretty sure. Anyway, I can only actually see one more, but no, because you had the visual thing, so we would know that it was.
Yes, you
no
would
longer-
have seen the visual thing go away, and you would have seen me cast something else.
Yeah, and I understand enough magic about magic to know that that's a thing. Yeah. Well, actually, I mean, there's no immediate threat to me, and I can only see one other goblin, so I will move. down.
Kobold.
Draconic goblin, fuck off. I will move down.
No,
there.
I refuse.
It's a draconic goblin. That's what they're called. It's just a thing.
You're a draconic goblin.
You know, one of these days when I end up DMing a game, you're going to come across a bunch of kobolds, and I'm not going to be. I'm just going to have homebrewed them, literally just to change the name to draconic goblin, just to irritate you.
Bunch of scaly goblins.
Yep.
I'm closer to doing that than you are, just FYI.
I know. Anyway, I've ended my turn. I've moved down there and I've ended my turn, so I'm now next to Lisana and slightly tempted to throw a draconic goblin at her, but I'm not going to. Can I use a draconic goblin's body as an improvised weapon?
Please don't. Is not a Jackie Chan
Actually,
film.
no, I won't move. I will move slightly to be behind them instead.
Mm-hmm.
Do they get pack tactics?
Yeah, we're going to use pack
Dude,
tactics
don't
to.
go.
We're going to use pack tactics to flog that corpse to death.
Eleanor, what are you doing?
I should actually. Let's check. Yeah, it's close enough, and I should be able to hit it over Vakhuil.
That's not hard.
You gotta lob it, but it's fine.
You're also 2 steps above him, so you have even more height advantage than everyone normally does.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So I'm gonna try to roast him as well. I'll be producing a flame in my hands, and not doing much.
An 8 will miss as it holds up its shield to just go on the back of it.
They're laughing at us, guys.
They.
Lisana, it is your turn.
In before a natural 20. Now Dave's lost his luck. Though he got the opportunity attack as well, so maybe.
Can I cast Hunter's Mark on the one in front of the quill?
It's a bonus action.
You won't be able to do the dreadful what's its face at the same time, though.
Correct.
I realize.
Cool.
May want to save spell slot, who knows?
Hunter's Mark is an extremely good spell.
It also
Yeah,
lasts
but
for
usually-
an hour, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It lasts a bit at least.
Well, the point is, if we get into another fight, then you can maintain the same hunter's mark, because when you kill one target, you can just transfer it to another one, as long as you haven't lost concentration on it in that time.
Correct.
Which is why it's obnoxious. It's actually more obnoxious. That's why it's obnoxious. It's not any of its other effects. It's that you can keep doing it to people one after the other.
Mm-hmm. Oh, also,
I can't hit
damn.
anything today.
not today, no.
Lisana, have you checked there's nothing on the goggles?
I can't exactly do that because if I take them off, I won't be able to see a damn thing.
Just like scoot a thumb in, huff up, try to fog the glasses.
I'm gonna look back and say, maybe we should hang out less.
Alright, well, still gonna make a couple stabs at Vakhuil.
No.
No.
No, and it sees that it no longer has any other force and just goes, ah.
I'm gonna just try and bludgeon it some more. No.
There's the 9.
You know what? I feel like it might start trying to run away soon.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't be surprising.
Any movement or anything, Mr. Vakhuil?
I'm gonna bonus action champion challenge.
Oh, and what's the save for that?
Wisdom saving throw 11.
3.
It cannot move more than 30 feet away from me.
Alright.
Does that have the same sort of failure conditions as the last one?
No.
It's just...
No, it literally, it cannot move more than 30 feet away from me.
What happens if you move away from it? Does it break if you move further away from it? I'm just curious now because I'm not really expecting.
I don't know. It just said as a bonus action. Let me check what it reads.
Yeah, it's just a save.
Yes.
Yep.
This effect ends on the creature if you are incapacitated or die, or if the creature is more than 30 feet away from you. So if I move away, it ends.
Mm-hmm. It's just a maintain closeness sort of thing.
Can you
that's my turn.
35 feet from it?
So it just can't choose to move away. It can't willingly do it.
Mm-hmm.
It can be pushed away, but you know. Oh, speaking.
Yeah, well, that's not willingly. So yeah, Pelaios, your turn.
Speaking of people talking, I still remember that Lisana said we should take this one alive. So I am this time going to cast.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I'm almost about to change my mind. No, that wouldn't work. I will cast. Yeah, I'm gonna cast Ray of Frost. Which is for cold damage and then the -5, -10 feet movement, assuming I hit. I do not hit.
Well, that is an 8, so no.
Yeah, basically.
It doesn't. It doesn't actually say how long it lasts.
Hmm.
I'm guessing it says. Does it not say?
No.
A minute
Yeah.
or something?
Until it. Yep. Yeah, no, it doesn't. It's pretty much until one of those other conditions are. Yeah.
A few days later.
Damn.
A few days later, and Dave is finding it really inconvenient to go to the bathroom. Did you think it wouldn't happen? It must have happened to someone somewhere by now.
All right.
Right, that completely
your turn?
missed. Yeah, I will end my turn there.
Belanor.
Question.
Yeah.
Does it know it can't move, or can it
It
try?
it has an idea that it cannot do. You know.
Okay.
So what were you gonna do, Frici?
Let's see. not moving. Would I know how wounded it is? Would I be able to see that from here?
It's not bloodied.
Oh.
Wail away. It would be if, any of you ever two had managed to hit it, but we've been busy dealing with
Just
the rest of
hit it with your biggest fucking attack, because I got nothing.
I'd rather not waste my biggest fucking attack right now. So... I'm gonna try to roast it some more. With a smaller attack. And this time, hopefully hit with... no.
12 will not. Oh boy.
Yeah.
I have a feeling I'm gonna go down today.
It's probably fine.
Yeah, that is not good.
There's like
At which point,
2/3 of the rest of the group has a
I
healer.
am ending my turn.
Lisana, your turn.
And you have enough HP to last the next turn, Dave. If it doesn't...
Unless he
if
rolls
it,
in.
if it hits you this turn, I'll heal you.
And it's like...
Apparently, Lisana will heal you right now.
Yep.
Is that all of my health? That is all of my health.
No, don't worry about that 4. That's Hunter's Mark, which got added to it.
Because
So
reasons.
Oh.
so it's just 8. Just 8. Yeah.
Okay.
That's still quite a lot of your health, in fairness, at that point.
Yep.
A fair bit, yeah.
And I think that's all I can do, yes.
I mean,
Unless
you
you
can
have
still move away.
you can move and you have a bonus action if there's any bonus actions you can or wish to take.
And you should move away because you seem to be doing the Vakhuil thing.
That's
And going right next to the target.
that's the limit of my movement, I think.
Just about, yeah.
Cool.
I would have moved there.
Because it wants to get stabbed in the back by someone else.
I mean, valid. I do have a short sword.
Vakhuil, your turn.
I'm gonna shout. You can attack it, but if you stay 30 feet or more away, it won't be able to reach you. And then I'm gonna attack it.
Ike.
And I'm gonna roll a 9.
Standard.
Oh my.
Yeah. That's it. I have nothing.
Pelaios.
I am just going to noticeably sigh. Basically. That would be an 18 on a firebolt. I
That'll
really
hit.
hope that hits, yeah. Oh, get in! Perfect roll. That's a 10 fire damage.
As you do launch that firebolt and do see it slam across its scales, you see that as sort of what would be a char mark, you see instead some very warm red scales.
Motherfucker.
It's not a fucking kobold.
You see blood, but apparently this kobold has a little bit more to it, as probably you burned off something covering its arm to hide its redder-ish scales.
It's literally a dragon blood, wearing a skin suit of a kobold or something.
Oh my god, it really is a draconic goblin.
No!
Well, we have an episode title now.
No.
I name those videos. We have an episode title now.
B-A-D. That your turn, Pelaios?
Oh yeah, I need to end turn.
How about move away? After what I just
Belanor.
told you guys.
Probably should have done
Too
that.
late.
It's probably fine.
I'm gonna go stand here, which should be 35 away.
Alright.
Yes, it's 40
No,
weight.
it can still get the hair.
It can still hit me, yeah. It can hit me here. I'll stay here instead. No, wait. Is that still the same distance? That should be the same distance.
No, he can't get to you now.
It's a little bit slow.
Uh,
Diagonals are weird.
Diagonals because
I
diagonals.
guess.
Well, kobolds don't move
Should be
30
able to
feet,
do it,
so...
yes.
No, kobolds actually move 80 feet. But it doesn't matter because they can't.
So what you doing, Belanor?
Where's my... There we go. It wanders me here though. So... I'll be moving here, and... Seeing that it's wounded, but not exactly heavily wounded yet, I'll give another try to roasting it.
Are we all attacking with non-lethal damage? I'm just...
I've been attempting to not actually kill it outright, says the person who just
Mhm.
fireballed it in the back with max damage fireball. But no, I've been attempting to not.
I've been trying to do the least damage possibly. That's why I've been using the flame. So... Another potential flame.
That'll hit.
Hope that hurts.
I do want to
Alright.
point out quickly, you do officially have to say that it's non-lethal damage.
I can understand that they're doing, subdual, but, that was 2 damage, but because it is red scaled, that is 1 damage instead.
Mm-hmm.
It has
It's
resistance to
fire
fire.
resistant. Of course it fucking is.
That's what the notation of the red scales was.
Yeah, I know.
Mm-hmm.
What we're basically saying at this point is that Belanor has been rendered completely ineffective.
Oh, don't worry, I have ice attacks too.
That's probably true.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no,
Right,
it's
well,
supposed to use the fire attacks to do minimal damage.
Right, well, that's your turn, Belanor.
It is now, yes. That is the end of Belanor's turn.
Lisana, your turn.
Can I try to just make it so I can't move? Can I try to shoot it through the knee?
Well, let's see. That's a bit of a called shot,
It
but
used to be an event
currently, currently the kobold is under an influence where it cannot get away
just told
30
you-
feet from
I-
Vakhuil.
yeah. I just told the group it can't get away from me.
It used to be an adventure, and after this, it's still well based on how Lisana's been rolling today.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so
Still
you are
wanna
free to
capture
attack.
it.
Well, yeah, it's just pretty much going to be a case of where you fire, so you're going to be non-lethally doing the point. 13 won't do it.
Definitely non-lethal.
Yeah, it's better.
Yeah, we're getting
It
there.
is better.
We are getting there.
Mm-hmm.
How about you now
We are.
move away?
That should be enough.
Mm-hmm.
No.
No. It can still reach you.
Yeah, 30 feet from
You're
me.
35
So
from it.
it's
It can
30
reach you
feet
with
from me.
Plus
Yeah.
a reach of 5, basically. So
Yeah.
Now it can't get away.
Alright, well,
before I get
seeing that it's
tried.
got some slight advantage and hasn't been hit for a little bit, it's actually going to go towards our Pelaios friend.
naturally,
Yeah, could have seen that one coming.
Mhm. But you
Oh,
get an
no.
attack of opportunity.
we all saw that
Yes,
one
I
coming.
will.
The moment I didn't move, we all saw that one coming.
Huh.
That will hit.
What even is this episode?
Yeah,
Big.
what is going
It's a
on?
weird.
Now, this episode is called the Draconic Goblin, didn't you know? That's how it works.
No!
Everything
One
goes
to hit.
backwards. I'll actually make a... that definitely hits.
An attack.
Doesn't actually kill me, which is mildly nice.
Yeah, until the second attack.
Yeah.
7 damage.
That'll kill me. 17, it's 5 plus... Is that... Oh, fuck, I can't remember. Is that half damage taken or just full damage taken? Let me double check. Where is it? Damage that isn't radiant from a critical hit is 0 HP. Charisma saving throw, DC 5 plus the
Well,
damage
no,
taken.
it's you haven't taken any damage yet. It's just 7 damage. You've got 14 HP.
Yeah, but I just took 10 damage as well, didn't I?
No, that's just
Oh,
Just-
okay.
it.
No, yeah, that was to hit, so you're
Oh,
fine.
okay. Ignore that then. Can I use that charisma save when I get killed on the next attack?
Nah.
Let's hope this guy doesn't do a D20 damage, please.
Oh goodness, no.
I mean,
But yeah,
that seems reasonable.
Vakhuil, it is now your turn.
So are you telling me that if I stand here, oh god,
You get a +1 for flanking, yes.
Oh my god.
And we'll still miss.
Don't even joke about it.
Nope.
22 will hit.
Not a miss. 23 technically, not that it matters at this point, but.
Oh yeah.
How does he look at this point?
Very badly hurt.
And I'm okay.
Pelaios.
Why do I have to be within melee range? And then again, I've done quite well with the knife attacks.
Should have picked up Shocking Grasp just for like zap.
Yeah, I really should have done.
You might be the last hit with melee.
Might be.
Yeah. Well, given how much success I have with this, I'm going to non-lethally, I don't know, stab him in the something.
That is a non-lethally stab
Non-lethal.
at something.
I said non-lethal.
You had to say
Yeah,
something.
let's see the damage.
5.
That is a non-lethal to get him down to unconscious.
Oh yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Nice.
Why did it, is that stated thing new?
I had to add it because there were other things, but yes,
Okay.
fun stuff.
Things and stuff. But
We
what
don't
he's
need
like.
to- Do we need to stabilize it after it does this?
You pretty much made it non-lethal, so you just made it go unconscious as opposed to
It's not-
dying.
okay.
I
It's
have
not rolling
rope.
death
Can we
save.
tie this thing up?
Oh yeah, you can definitely tie this thing up,
I mean,
but
it still literally can't leave, can it? It's only if I lose it.
well, once it goes unconscious, you know, it's
Does it save that? It's when it goes
According to
unconscious.
this, no.
Can we
different
also search it to
combat
see what it
units.
has on it?
Should we cut open its
Yeah,
chest
sure.
to see if it's going to explode?
It
No,
says here literally
it's
this
still
effect
alive.
ends on the creature if you are incapacitated or die.
Yeah, but I am
Let's keep
extending
going.
it to I am extending it to the incapacitated creature as well, per
Okay.
DM ruling. Else it'll be forever and a day.
Okay.
That makes
But
sense.
that
Especially
said,
given how
I
high
think
your
we are
armor
just
class
a
is.
tiny bit over time.
It's probably
we
fine. Considering
So,
how
uh,
just because of
so-
technical issues when you had to redraw the entire light map.
Well, not the entire light map, but just for those pillars. But yeah, we have had just a little bit over time, but you've gotten down the first little threat. Apparently, kobolds in the ravine cave. Curious sight.
And Draconic
Mhm.
Goblin.
Yes,
Indeed.
somehow blessed with draconic resistance. Another curious point. But that will have to be figured out next time.
Because we have reached the end of the show. Because, you know, that's what happens when we run out of things to do. So that's pretty much because everything. Bye. I think. Have I forgotten anything?
Nope.
No, I don't think so.
Nay.
Cool. Bye.
Ciao all.